closed out the old one, and yeah.
Do you remember that?
Hey, I was hidden well. I would uh, I would make myself more known if I see that most of the goblins are like in a retreating fashion. uh, not not really. No. Uh, what happened? Where'd they all go?
I was like, you guys can hear me, but basically the stream just hears you guys talking to thin air. So the first X amount of time is just that. You guys are welcome. Okay, cool. It's fixed. You approach, and he's like, Neural, he's. Oh, he looks out, and you do see Neural with four goblinoids about 80 or so feet away, dragging an unconscious body off. And he's like, they seem to be wanting to keep him alive, and they took him. But if we go now, can you keep up?
Shit. We need. We can't go alone. I'll be right back.
I'll run
I'll
ahead
run.
and I'll track them, and I'll if I see an opportunity, I'll take it. But him unconscious, there's no gain in taking them out if I can't beat them all. But I'll keep track and I'll leave a trail. Look for, and he like throws like this weird hand signal in the air, and it looks like like a swirl with like a spiral with a slash through it. And he goes, "That's my mark." And he takes off.
Noted.
You are now stranded at the south end. You hear a gurgling from the pit below, like a die.
I'm gonna stride over to the pit and look down. What do I see?
You head over to the pit. You look down, and you see the goblin that fell for the ridiculous trap laid before them, as he's there with two like fake spear spiked poles piercing into his top right abdomen and bottom left gut, and he's like really like tense, and you imagine that he's probably kind of trying to keep his blood from spilling by holding his constraints against these poles. But there's a lot of blood. He looks determined. He's like he's trying to say something.
I'm gonna like knock an arrow and shoot him.
Okay, you knock an arrow. Give me an attack roll, because you guys roll ones, and I want to see if I get a 1.
Probably gonna roll a 1. Let's see it.
Like, I should open a... Oh, it looked good, too. Not bad, not bad. A 19. Yeah, easy enough. You hear it, you pull it back, twang, and hits that bad boy. He's just like... As he relaxes his body from the initial death state, you do see a now higher flow of blood just trickling out. He is no longer present. With that, the rest of you, well, the two of you, Jin and Wiggles, up on the tower, now seeing that it is safe to come down, what do you do or discuss?
I'm gonna take the rope down.
I was gonna ask if we could jump over the side.
I mean, yeah. You guys want to do a neural 3.4? Let's do it.
No, I'm
Jin, you
cast
jump,
the
but you
first. I
float.
just want to see.
Yeah, okay, I know. I was just teasing you, yeah. I know. Oh, you guys, Rolly shows up. Boom.
Oh, right in the nick of time.
Right at the moment when it counts. But nonetheless, Jin, you hover down in a very steady manner. Now, Wiggles, Armina, and Rolly all witness you flying right now. Neural got shot, almost died, went through surgery, and now kidnapped because you guys couldn't get to the top of that tower. I'm just putting it out there. That's what the 3 individuals see as you fly on down from the tower as Wiggles takes the rope that was hard-willed and blood-stained up there by Neural himself. Wiggles, you get down quickly and efficiently, as Neural did a great job. Rolly, if you are present with us and can hear us, jump in at any time. Jin and Wiggles, what do you continue to do as you guys get to the base level?
I'd probably be looking to see if I see any of our allies. I think I could see Mina at this point.
Absolutely.
Try to assess the damage that I can see.
Of the property?
Just the general. What's on fire? What wall is broken?
The entire
How
north is
badly did we
destroyed,
ruin this
basically.
place?
The entire northern woods is exploded, on fire, and the wall is practically broken. The wall to the north, the actual north wall of the tavern, is destroyed. Down in the south, this area is completely destroyed for the entryway. This area is untouched, and this area is technically untouched outside of the riddle of arrows all over the yard, as Jin and Wiggles, as you guys walk out, and Armina, who actually now steps out into the AoE zone, so to speak, splash zone, we'll call it, of arrow volley. You see that there's probably at least 40 to maybe 60 arrows just riddled across this field.
The really sexy obsidian tipped arrows?
Unfortunately not, but arrows
Damn
nonetheless.
it. I will try to collect what I can and go talk to the others as I
You got
fiddle
it.
with my hair. See where I'm going.
All right. Jin.
and walk up to Mina and be like,
Where are the rest?
They ran off with Nerl. We have, I don't know where the rest of them are. I think Rolly is still upstairs, and so is. Yeah, I don't know.
About Gowron.
I think Gowron went after the rest. Went after the goblins. He was gonna try and track them, and he said he would leave some signals for us to follow.
Can we go then?
I think we should group up with the rest of them and go as a group. I don't think we should try to solo it, but yeah.
Let's go find the others then.
So, Rolly, are you with us yet? Oh, that might be him posting links to hear him, huh?
oh, probably, yeah. Mic issue, I can hear you, will be a second.
It's always the mic. Man, we should make a special one-shot. Take down the mic. All right. Oh, man. Okay, so you guys are going around looking for the rest. You see Meek, and you see another kobold. Did you guys meet Tilk? I don't think so, right?
I don't believe so.
No.
I definitely remember Meek.
Yeah, I think it
I
was
was
just
in a
Meek.
coma.
That's right. So, all right. So you guys see another kobold. He is of more neutral, like a goldish brown skin tone, and he's speaking to Meek in what sounds to be Draconic. If anyone knows the language, let me know.
I do.
Anyone else? I'll get to you in a second. If anyone else does.
I do. Apparently Draconic, Celestial, and Infernal.
Wonderful. So, with that, you guys hear them discussing. What happened? You know our crew be mad. That's this other individual. You see then hear me go, "Da, no care. I save life." And he does like his little superhero stance. These guys are only 4 feet. You know, they speak bold, act tall, and they are very small. He goes, "They no see. Chosen witness. Meek. Supervise. Surgeon. General. Yes, yes." He like struggles to put together his own next title to himself. Till go, no press. Then he sees all of you staring and making eyes in their direction. He then speaks common. "All, thank you for protecting Jolly. I, Tilk. Crew.
To meet you, I'm Jin. And you're
Jin.
welcome.
He does like a head nod. Anyone else?
I'm Aramina. I'll just do a little curtsy bow and just say we tried to protect it, but I feel like we kind of did a shit job.
He like nods his head in agreement. It's appreciated.
Say Wiggles. Wave as I pick up my arrows.
He acknowledges you. He goes, Crew. I ask. I thought more of you here.
Seems goblins must have taken one of ours.
He does like these very tawny eyes, squinting forward, and goes about. I think we chase. No, Crew. Inquisitively toward you guys.
One of ours did chase them and is actively leaving signals for us to follow. But I think we should chase them as a group. Gowron's gotten a head start, but we should try to not stay too far behind.
Yes. You all look bad.
Definitely not feeling the best.
They kill, ally, or capture?
Capture. He seemed to be still alive.
Crew. Okay, crew. I think we rest. They question, can he survive? I no see who this be.
I think he was getting his ass handed to him, wasn't he?
Fortunately, I didn't see. I was watching the north.
I was just trying to light everything on fire.
Then Meek announces, I do great surgery. I think he fine. I no know why he fell. I do wonderful job. He broke stitches. He seems very mad that his prized living specimen is now stolen by the adversaries. And then he continues, Aha! That's it. Yes. They wish to know how great Meek did. We must rescue.
You want to help us, Meek?
No. But
Let
you
your
must
right
rescue for
go.
me. Yes. Sorry, what was that for Sprinkles?
Let him ride Sprinkles.
He looks at you. He has like his snout's out and he's just like, Fifth. He just kind of like shrugs at the idea of it. What do you guys do?
What do you think? Should we go after them?
Meek said we should rest.
Tilk said you should rest. Meek said you have to go get his prized possession.
Didn't we tie one of them down or something?
Yes, you guys do have a Bugbear Siege unit in custody.
We should see if we can extract some information out of him. Assuming anyone can understand him, I guess. Thoughts?
Broly can understand everyone.
Well, that's true.
But Broly seems preoccupied trying to fix his flute. It would seem something is stuck in there. During the fight, debris must have fallen in. High priority for a musician. So what do you all do now? Actually, while you are all contemplating on what to do, something else is going on somewhere else, on another place, at another time, altogether. Eric. Oh, hold on. I gotta figure out how the fuck the accent is. One second. I gotta meet you guys. I gotta make sure I do it right.
So I could track him for like the next hour.
Well, we have Gowron tracking him, I believe. We just gotta go follow the symbols that he left for us.
Well, how are we doing?
You weren't too happy with it. I saw that face.
No, I'm not. But it's like because I know I've done it before, but I haven't had to do it in forever that I lost it, and I haven't heard him in a while, and I haven't listened
You're
to it.
muted.
All like
Oh,
mostly dead? Or are we all
whoops.
okay?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I'm not happy with it, but we will see what I can do. Alrighty. Alright. Somewhere else. Somebody hears. Edek, did you get all that? Do I make myself clear what you must do?
Yes, brother.
I cannot stress enough that this device has to be brought back to me. Before
Can you
you...
describe it one more time?
Yes, one moment. I'm, I'm not gonna announce it, but you, Eric, I'm going to type what you hear.
Okay.
Alright. While you hear him yelling this out off in the distance toward some individual, you see this full-on lab-coated, brown-tinted, adorned with multiple magic purposes of scientific needs. What would you call an individual like I guess a nerd of this era? What would you be referring to them as, Eric? How would you look upon this? Yeah, knowing as you know outside of it what Wolfric would be looking like, how would you go about, I guess, addressing it?
I imagine there'd be a tinker of some sort, right?
Yeah, naturally of sort. But I mean, to like, but would Eric be like, oh, tinkers are cool, or do you have like a special, slang kind of thing?
Nah, I mean, I don't think so. Not as a
Okay.
robot. I think they're pretty calm people.
Okay. You show interest. You're very curious. You're maybe a little too excited about this experiment that they told you about. He shows you the device. It looks to be of a ball-shaped nature, have multiple what looks to be locks, but they're truly not. They are actually, I will type you that later. And he gives you a couple other instructions on how to go about handling this device, which you'll also receive at a later point. However, he makes it very clear. You cannot do this yourself. You need to bring it back or contact me so I can get you back, because it is very important, Eric.
I understand the urgency.
That light is going to change a color. I haven't figured it out, but it doesn't matter. It'll get you to where it is I will be taking you. Just remember, you can only... You can only trust me. Before that, blend. Understood?
Understood, brother.
Very well. You see before you... Let me roll a die. You see a pitch black color appear just like this, and it even has this weird kind of... Very unwelcoming. And you see Wilfred go, these ones... it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Go on.
I trust you. And I enter.
A slight... You hear him like going to warn you about something, and you just feel like the yow pinch of a lifetime as you vamp into a surrounding mixed with evergreen tree and Bosch-like nature forest. There is a small, thin, hovering of sort cloud of smoke. Off in the distance to your west.
Cloud of smoke to my west. Going to cautiously approach it.
Alright. As you head off yonder, it's probably about maybe 400 or 500 feet away. Takes you a little bit to get there. Meanwhile, the rest of you guys, what have you all, in your self-thoughts, have thought of that you now wish to address the party with?
Honestly, I wanted to go see Goral about getting that reward for saving the town before taking off. I don't know where we're going to be after that.
You got it. Okay, so you wish to go to the tents to go locate Goral. What else is everyone doing?
If I'm done with my arrows, I'm gonna start meditating and trying to summon sprinkles.
Okay, that will take you an entire hour, so everyone consider that you will at least be taking an hour. At that rate, you will also have the opportunity, if you guys wish, to take a short rest, unless you guys intend to take a long rest.
I would like to go up to the bugbear captive that we have.
You got it. Anyone else? Like, so you go up to the bugbear. Jin, what are you doing? Oh, no, never mind. I already know what Jin's doing. Wiggles, I already know what you're doing. Just kidding. We don't have Rolly. Okay. I hope Rolly makes it. Poor Rolly.
Hope so, too.
Lost. Just really panning that flute. As we will start with Jin. You arrive toward the tents. It's very quiet. You actually haven't seen any activity come from.
If I were to go inside the tent, do I see anything in here?
You go inside the tent and it is massive inside, similar to the previous time you've been within. You head onward to where you know Goral's office to be, from where you had presently met them previously. His office is vacant. There is a knife stabbed into the wooden table that is before you, with no note but a sack.
I'd take the knife out and open the sack.
You open the sack and you hear this whisper of sorts, and it says, "All I can grab. They got me, and my fellows. If you..." And then it cuts off, as if the rest of the message was not retained or recorded at the time of nature.
Okay, I'd go out of the tent and try to find Groot.
Groot? Is there Groot in here?
Group.
Oh,
Whoever's
the group.
closest.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
got
my
it,
bad.
Got it. Well, you see a lot of trees. No, you head out. And yeah, easy enough. You find your members, but did you care about at all the little baggie? Did you take it? Did you?
Oh no, I would take it.
Oh,
Taking
okay.
it to like
Got it.
show them.
Okay, got it. You take the baggie. You start walking off. Who do you address and where do you address them?
I'd probably let them know, like, hey.
We'll say Wiggles is with the interrogation, kind of watching, providing his
Hey, I
positive
found this
verbal support.
bag. I think they took the circus guys too.
Nobody seems to care. It's one of those moments where they're so focused because Armina, your aggressive nature comes out. What or how do you begin this interrogation?
Is the bugbear asleep, or is he like?
He was under the spell of Rolly, who has since broke the spell, so they are conscious and they are just kind of sitting there, wrapped up quite tightly, silent, kind of just watching you all, just like judgmentally silent.
You there, Thick Skull.
He acknowledges you.
Where'd your friends go? Where's their camp at?
I wouldn't tell.
Well, they kind of took one of our friends, so
He like starts laughing uncontrolled, like with like a deep bellow of satisfaction.
why would what do they need him for?
Well, you smart. He just comments on your brightness.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger and like inch towards his eye with it.
He like opens his eye real wide and he just kind of snarls. You threat what I am fearful of, not what you do.
Wait, what did he say?
You threat what I am fearful of, but not what you do. As you pull the dagger toward his eye, that's how he responds. He said, "You threat what I am fearful of, but not what you do."
So is he implying that he doesn't believe I'll do what I'm threatening him with?
I have no idea, but you can do an insight check if you want to figure it out.
Sure, I'll try to. Yeah, let's do that. Cause
At least I got your one out of the way.
oh hey, look at that, Nat 20.
Look at that. Boom. Both sides of the scale. Yeah, no, it's not in regards to that. He means it in a very literal sense. You threaten what he's more afraid of, and apparently, that must be general logic. This boss of his, some goblin king of sorts.
Oh, so we're threatening the Goblin King?
Like he's more afraid of him, because
Oh,
you're
than he
threatening
is
him
of-
than he is
okay.
of you threatening him. Basically, like you stabbing his eye apparently is way less than what he's worried of what will happen. I don't know. That's what you're
Alright.
picking up.
Yeah, sure. Alright, well, then if you're not really of much use to us then, are you? So, what's to stop us from just ending your misery right here, huh?
Fine. What? He just says what? Assumably asking what you want.
Um, why did they run off with our friend? Why didn't they keep sieging? What was the purpose to just steal him off?
We fight and destroy everything in our path, but our goal was the town.
Sounds like they
Yeah,
succeeded and went home.
yeah. Any of you guys can assist Armina at any point. Like even if it's like trying to intimidate things like that, you guys can always be like, "Hey, can I help influence this?" Blah 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 blah.
He's
I'm
doing an
focused
intimidation.
on.
I'd like to help.
Eric, roll me a Constitution check. Let's see how you feel after that pinch. The rest of you guys can keep talking. He's just rolling in the background whenever he does.
I was just saying I'd help Mina if she wanted to intimidate it or needed to intimidate it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get Sprinkles back.
Yeah, your focus is on that for sure. I got you on that. That's why this time's passing.
Alright, I guess, what, what are your patrols outside your camp like? What can you tell us about all that kind of stuff? Look, personally, I don't really give a shit about your goblin buddies. I just want to grab my friend back. If we can get him back without killing any more of your guys, that would be fine by me. I don't know about how, and I'll kind of turn towards Jin and
He responds, "Not possible. They will kill the moment they see you. No question."
all right, noted. Well then,
You
how
not
how
see
much do you care about your little clan there?
you not see our power. You see scouts. He'll continue as you guys process as he speaks. We have giants fight our side. You no see that.
Is that a giant?
Is Is he bluffing, or is he just trying to scare
You
us?
believe him. Everything he's saying is 100. For you, Armina, everything
Okay.
he's saying is 100% like the truth. His speech of common is more limited, as there's probably details he'd wish he could say, but in his current tongue, in the non-native tongue, he is kind of just expressing the seriousness to inform you. Like, he's being cooperative, but he's being bluntly cooperative, so to speak. He's not being hypothetically you could succeed. It's more like, this is what I know and this is how it is.
So we're in a forest fighting giants. Those are like two
He
things
said we
I
have a giant
specialize
giant.
in.
He said they have giants within their ranks, but they weren't here.
They take town. Horn mean we succeed.
Wait, so they weren't even
Eric,
aiming for this
you didn't
place?
roll me your con check. Rick. I don't know how you want it pronounced. Okay. It's not like it mattered anyways. You got distracted by some very lovely flowers that are not on the plane of your normal existence. You see this place and you are just in wonder. You want to pick up the noises, the smells. You know what fire and smoke is, but not this fire and smoke. Oh man, is this exciting. Oh yeah, you're heading west. You're about 200 feet away at this point. Armina, Jin, Wiggles. The interrogation goes on. He responds to your general thesis of giants in their nature, and he mentions the town. He then continues. They leave to next purpose. We give new purpose after each purpose.
And what's the next purpose?
I'm not there.
Maybe they attack other villages.
Possible.
No other village, no other town near. Which is true. Technically, there are only 3 actual full-on settlements in Van Quy, which is Hollow, where Rolly and the original Hollow group came from, hence the name. Then there is Cape Crow, which you guys have just recently came from to get to here at the Jolly Roger. The Jolly Roger is not an actual settlement. It is an establishment in a POI at the moment as they look to grow, though the recent raid may hamper that immediate necessity. And there are other small tribe-like locations, but not in the sense of actual, like, hey, I'm going to move here, let's go check out that property kind of thing. It's more of like you're born into it or you're not there kind of thing. So there are only technically 3 other towns. Now, if they said that they had successfully taken Cape Crow, then there is technically nothing else south, as it is a coastal city. And Rolly just missed all of that, so it's up to all of you guys to put your wits together to figure out how to catch him up. Eric. 1 second. You step on forward from... Yes, we do hear you, good sir. Or at least I hear you. Does anyone else hear him?
I think I have his Discord muted. Alright, I can hear you. Yeah, no. Oh, you're good.
No worries. Alright. Well, they'll catch you up in just 1 second, Rolly, as you are considered cleaning your flute for an extended period of time, as they have interrogated, discussed, and announced that Neural's been kidnapped. Meanwhile, we have Eric. You finally make it to what looks to be the source of this wondrous situation. Now, you were given strict instructions. Locate the object and do not use it yourself. Be friendly. Those were some other little things you might have heard. But otherwise, you bring yourself and you see a large, well, equal size, I believe. Go ahead, describe your... No, not describe yourself yet. No, not yet. You're walking forward. You see a larger green individual before you, looking over what looks to be a motionless body.
A large green individual, huh?
Chosen, basically.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh, who's this?"
What do I grasp after just looking at him?
He is trying to assess the overall situation with this corpse. He's not harming them. It's more like he's putting them to rest in a sense. And then you see like a destroyed crossbow.
Well, I mean,
Ballista.
just of chosen. I mean,
Just
like
of chosen.
when I look at him,
He seems to
because
be a
I think
purposeful
I
nature
know
being
what
here.
he is,
Yeah.
and I'm just wondering if he appears to be similar to me in trade. I guess. Or
Give me an
class.
insight check. Give me an insight check.
Because I have a feeling we're probably dressed pretty similar.
Let's see. Where does your feelings lie? I mean, that's a pretty nice insight bonus. +8. Very nice. So, as you get a beautiful 22, you definitely get the sense that they are giving off the same vibes as you hear him mentioning some kind of let the chosen follow you. He speaks in like, let the chosen guide you the rest of the way. And then you see him go to another corpse and he's just like, the chosen has chosen you to go now. Like just these really, really bad entries to death with the word chosen involved in some way or another. You are not familiar with this chosen
No,
god, race, or
yeah.
etc. But this is what you hear.
It seems like a religious man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to approach, again, trying to appear non-aggressive
Okay.
to possibly another man of the cloth.
He raises his head and he looks and he goes, state your business.
I am here to make friends.
Who sent you?
My brother.
Whose brother?
I don't believe you know of him.
Chosen no trust. Come back, we closed. You see an establishment behind him that has like a little bar sign hanging over it, showing off the J. Like it's really beat up, so you can't quite make it all out. But something about J, and then you imagine tavern.
A tavern, huh? It's closed right now, huh?
Are you asking him, or is that what you're just saying?
No, I'm making sure that that's what I'm understanding.
Okay, well, that's what he said. Yeah, it looks like shit just went down. Like it looks like a fucking shit show.
Could I come in for a drink?
Chosen say you pay though. No free.
Of course.
Meek! He like yells out to some random name. And he goes, you go inside. And he just kind of points toward the entrance.
Start heading that way.
Alright. As you approach, I am going to miss the general description, but go ahead and describe what the others. You guys all kind of hear this chosen interaction as he yells out and declares, attention toward the front. And go ahead and describe what it is you look like as I say hi to my kid.
He is 7 foot tall, 260 pounds, black eyes, bluish pink skin, and the reddest of hair. Coming in, adorned in full plate, with a warhammer on his back and a shield in his hand. It's a real beaut.
Hello there.
Hmm?
Is your token supposed to be on the screen? Because I do not see it.
Nah, it is. It's just still in the forest over here. It hasn't.
Ah.
It hasn't really entered town yet. it's like a slowly entering town. You guys probably won't be able to communicate with him since he was talking to Chosen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
Yep.
I don't know about you guys, but I would probably short rest. Try to, since it's getting sprinkles. It's gonna be an hour anyway.
you.
Oh yeah,
Conveniently, you're a
definitely.
warlock.
What?
I was joking. I said conveniently, you're a warlock. Get your spells back.
Yeah, kind of need them.
I mean, I have all my spells.
Oh, I bet.
Well, like I looked at my spell book and I didn't realize I had so many spells.
How many do you have? Jeez.
13 prepped.
Oh man.
I have like a solid 6.
Yeah, should be able to hear me. My
I know you're paying.
Yeah, it's Eric.
Oh, I walked away to go take a short rest because I felt like that was going nowhere. Maybe the tower. I did fly down. I also missed the bag with Goral. The bag with Goral. So I'd probably mention that to Rolly since he knew him. No, I mentioned it to Armina, but they didn't say anything. Yeah, let me just keep interrogating. I believe you just
I-
described what he looked like.
I just described. I figured most of them weren't near me since I was talking about. How tall is this door, by the way? Okay, I'm 7 foot. 10 foot? What? Oh, 10 foot opening. I was like, this is 10 foot. What? Is he? How do I see him? Is he covered in blood still and all that? Uh, your holy man outside said I can come in for a drink. The big fellow. He was talking about the chosen one. He did mention your name to help me. Are you also the barkeep? I guess reach over and pay what I feel is necessary. I gave him 50 silver piece, I guess. I don't know. He just took it for. Well, I tried. I don't drink. I don't actually drink it. I just am here to survey people. So wait, is you're yelling at me, small man? I see no war. Well, then it's not a war, then is it? I figured renovations.
Nice. Jin,
Sure.
you arrive as they're discussing this. Random conversation as you walk in.
What are you all talking about?
I don't know who you are, but this little man started accosting me.
All I know is you woke me from a nap.
They seem not hostile toward you, but diskind due to the nature that they currently have in their stature. Give me a history check. Let's see what you can recall. Yes, he actually did see the dead bodies as he came in.
Walked right by him
this-
like
it was
nothing.
no, yeah. I mean, practically, he saw Chosen blessing them and sending them to Chosen Land, and that's all. Oh, beautiful.
I bet you a message, Alex.
Oh, 1 second.
I guess looking for a ruling.
Got it. Retrospectively, you did. You saw a schematic.
Okay. I'm here just trying to enjoy a drink, small creature. I don't bury bodies. I either prevent bodies or create bodies.
I know tender. Ah. He gets mad and he pulls a bottle and just leaves the bottle there and stomps off into the stock rooms as he goes, I know 10 people! Surgeon! He starts yelling his style and who he is, and he just takes off.
I'll pour this guy a drink.
Okay.
Because now I'm assuming I must have paid too much and got a whole bottle. So
Alright. Jin, you see this man serving drinks. Do you introduce yourself?
Hey, if you're pouring drinks, my name's Jin. You can be buddies.
I mean, yes, we could be friends. And I pour him a drink.
Alright. You see a luscious red-haired individual turn the corner. Hold on. I'm giving him information on that. I'm actually typing that as you guys said that. And he's not a kobold. He's literally a bugbear. He's a siege bugbear. He was massive. Like, you guys are forgetting this dude one of these went one-on-one with Neural 2.0 and took him out. And you guys are talking about calling him a kobold. No, you guys know. Remember, you put her to sleep that entire siege side?
Hundreds of damage was done.
Yeah, I remember it was a
There you
beast.
go.
Hundreds of damage.
But I'm gonna once Armina gets this information, they can act on it. I'm typing it up as we speak. So continue otherwise.
I guess I'd walk up to the bar and up to Jin and just say, "Who's the wad of meat and steel? New friend of yours?"
Just met him. He's pouring drinks, though, if you fancy getting one.
This guy's giving drinks.
You missed out on a lot of fun earlier there, friend.
Oh, are we friends now?
I meant
Sure, Mina's everybody's
but
friend.
sure.
Wait, what did Armina say?
I meant it figuratively, but sure, we can be friends, I guess, if you buy me a drink.
Well, at this point, Eric thinks he's doing his mission really well.
You are definitely killing it. You are a man well said. Yeah, you're serving up drinks. In your head, you imagine hearing the voice like, "Excellent! Keep this up. You've got them where you need them. Like, you imagine him coaching you as you make every decision.
I pour this lady a drink. I don't know of what you're talking about. The little man said I was in the middle of a war, but I don't see war. And I know war.
Well, you kind of just missed it, probably by about like 20 minutes or so. There were a bunch of goblins out here just messing everything up. They just causing a lot of chaos and destruction. And you came in at like the damn nearest perfect time right after all of that. Honestly, I'm a little upset by that. We could have used some extra hands out there, but what are you doing all the way out here?
I've been sent on a crucial mission.
A mission.
It is confidential.
Armina, I messaged you.
Thank you.
A crucial...
We can help with that mission if you help us with something that we need. No.
Am I drunk?
If you haven't noticed, Gowron's gone, and we're missing a
Angry
friend.
little man? Who is Gowron? Was it another small creature like you to be captured by goblins? As I said before, I do not see war here. It doesn't seem like much happened.
Eric, on that note of war, you hear the term war quite a bit. Eric, as you think of this term, how they discuss it, you've done your homework. You were taught history. You were given the studies. And you did hear something about wars of small creatures of nature. And it was called the Goblin King Massacre. You don't know who did or didn't live, but the Goblin King succeeded in their goal. At least that's how you remember it.
Who sent these warmongers your way?
Any of you can respond.
I believe it was the Goblin King.
I like the way that came out. The Goblin King.
I'm an enemy of the Goblin King. Guess you don't really have to do much.
He says that in almost like a knowing vibe. He speaks almost as if he's out of place. Jin, I need you to give me a insight check. Sorry, what was that, Rolly? Jin, you're getting like this odd fracture within your mind, kind of like something's trying to start and it's not getting anywhere. But you get this little like deja vu poke, but you don't get any information out of it.
Kind of like I'm living in the moment again.
Yeah, so to speak. You might have heard this once. Or twice.
Do you know anything about the Goblin Kings?
Just know he controls a horde that has been successful in battles.
Well, speaking of horde, should probably let y'all know what Big Dum Dum back there, and I kind of gesture out out the door and to the side. Um, Informed us of some bits of information I think y'all might find useful. Apparently, there's at least 50 of those little bastards out there within a couple miles of here. Um, Also, they're in league with some pretty big siegers that haven't been part of our fight here at the Jolly Roger. I'm guessing even bigger than Dum Dum out there. And apparently, their goal was to destroy the town north of here so that they can go north, even further north. Which is odd because I thought they came from the north, but whatever. And they apparently also have moving rocks, whatever the hell that means. What's that? Are you roboted out for me?
Actually, on that note, Rolly, you do understand that bugbears describe any sorts of vehicles as moving nature because they do not. Bugbears, in general, just some meta for all of you guys. Bugbears in my world do not see like technology or advancements. They are constantly living in the nature of the world, of what Mother Nature provides them and how that advances. If people build a huge, massive floating tower, they just think it's a floating rock, and they think it's Mother Nature allowing that rock to float. So,
Or like magic or something's moving it.
yeah, I mean, they don't. They see magic and they think that's Mother Nature gifting something to a higher being. Like they are the bare base building block of Mother Nature, and that's how bugbears live their life. They actually aren't dangerous in nature, but that's also why they're so bulky because they are of Mother Nature itself. There are rumors that there are. For Rolly, you would specifically know this knowledge. There are rumors that there are spawning pools throughout ERIYA where some species of beings, where even supposedly you yourself and your desert goblin kind originally rose from, and periodically when one does rise, it is one of status usually because the world itself does not usually give life to or creation to something that is not needed at that time. You were not created by the world, but your kind was. As you know, bugbears are naturally to be spawned from the earth. No one's actually seen a baby bugbear. Just a fun fact for you, Rolly. So when you hear him say that, you definitely understand that he just means vehicles usually in that sense. But to the layman's term, that's how bugbears view the world.
Aramina, were you saying this?
I hear you on Discord. The audio link was choky for me. Okay, and I hear you better on Discord. Yeah, at least for me, personally.
Aramina, were you saying that in a normal tone, or were you being secretive? I just don't know. Like,
No, yes, normal tone, just
okay.
For anybody to hear.
yeah.
So when you're talking about Big Dummy, are you talking about the green fellow out there?
No, not the green fella. There's no. There's another bigger
He's talking
bugbear
about the
out there.
bugbear.
Yeah, he's tied up off to the side of the Jolly Roger out here.
Bugbears. Tough opponents.
What was that? Sorry.
I just said bugbears.
Wow.
Tough opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Guys.
You would
going
actually
down?
absolutely know everything I shared also. Your character itself would have studied them. Rolly knows it because of him growing up, and you know it because of your studies with your brother.
Okay.
So
Are we still waiting for sprinkles to spawn?
this is assumed that Sprinkles has successfully spawned. Apologies.
No worries. I should know that we took short rest. I wanted to make sure he was ready.
Yes.
Should we go find Gowron?
I think that's probably better that we find him sooner than later. Honestly.
Are you guys asking me something? I'm sorry, or did I miss that?
Oh,
Gotcha. Yeah, he left a mark, and he did mention it to Armina. He did specify the sign to Armina also.
Yeah, I symbol to look forward to.
Yeah, you guys got a short rest. Alright, so if you need to roll any dice, roll any dice. Done. Now, where and how do you guys wish to proceed?
Before proceeding, I'd probably, during the short rest, tell Rolly about Goral also being taken and show him the sack and open it so he can hear the message.
Okay. One second. I got a message from you guys. Alright, so you show the... Okay, so you open the sack and you try to emit what once came to you.
Yes.
You open the sack and there is at least... I don't know... Say... 400 or 500 gold coins.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'd share that with the group and let them know of the message that I heard, which was basically that they were taken.
Jin looks at you guys kind of dumbfounded briefly as he realizes that no audible noise came out. He then reiterates that he heard in some kind of soft like whisper emit from the bag upon opening it that this is all they can scramble. They and their crew have been taken. And then there was like something else and it got cut off. But before you is 500 gold coin. Rolly, give me a intelligence check. Let me look at a character sheet. 1 second. An insight, if it's better. Still be a 0. Beautiful, 21. There is a message in that. You hear when Jin says it and makes it very clear that it is Goral that he's referencing, you hear something very simple. It goes like this. The crew and I have taken way. This is all I can leave. Did you hear me? Sorry. So you know Goral to be a man. Goral, remember he offered to pay you guys on top of like every goblin you kill. He was gonna hook you guys up with an item and all that jazz. So he left a sack of what looks to be 500 gold coins, just from the quick look of Jin opening the bag to you guys. But Jin heard a message saying, making it sound like he was kidnapped and something was wrong. Though you don't make this notice to them, you hear it in like a thieves' cant like decipher of verbiage that he is saying him and his crew fled this is all he can spare in the moment. But you know that his ass fucking dipped. But it's up to you whether or not you wish to disclose that, because you know Goral on a personal level. So him leaving that message is a sign that he is gonna pay you, but he basically took everything and ran instead of risking it, based off of the situation. Which you know Goral to be. He's not a fighter, but he is a very good logistic guy, and he obviously has skills in logisticking during a war, because he fucking apparently made his entire supply disappear.
And the schooling.
Hey, new guy, want to join us? Want to have some fun?
I mean, I can demonstrate if you'd like. I'm assuming you don't want me to demonstrate on you. But sure, I'll meet you outside. Let me take care of my business here.
Sure.
Okay, what business is it you wish to take care of, good sir? No. I mean, Eric. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Did I lose you guys?
Nope.
I don't hear
Hear
you.
you.
I can
I
hear
hear
you.
though.
Yeah, I don't hear you either. Gnarl. Or Eric. Jesus, see, now I'm all messed up.
You don't hear me?
Now I do. Okay.
Now I hear you.
Alright. So, what do you guys do? As you arrive? Sorry, what was it you were trying to take care of?
I used the spell.
Got it. Sorry, I don't know why I was on the scene map. Sorry, on the scene panel. All right, you good sir. As the group walks away and you take in the room, you realize that there is something definitely here. You. Actually, everybody, real quick, can you guys just quickly pop out, and I'll message you guys to pop back in. Perfect. He's parched.
Yeah, give me a second to fight with my.
No idea where that was going. So, you good sir, this is what you notice they as they begin to depart. You see a couple specific things. The individuals themselves all have this odd pull to them, as if each and every single one of them was holding onto a piece. There's a unique glow on all of them. You're not quite certain if it's each of them holding the same item or if it's in parts. You weren't told how you would find it, but that is what you were looking for. However, you do see a second item on one of them. It is a ball shape, and it is actually on the particular smallest foe that you have interacted with. It is carried. I don't actually know the specific location, but I will get that. But it is on their person, and it is very clear. It is not exposed, and it is not easily accessible. But you do remember you were given instructions. Be friendly, but to only trust your brother. But he never ever gave you instructions to hurt, harm any of them outside of your own survival. But, he hopes it never comes to that.
Okay, but I know that Rolly has the ball that I'm
Correct. Yes.
but some reason
Everyone else is
everyone
also
else
glowing
has
with their own
some.
small piece of. You can't make out all the shapes as it's through their clothing and whatnot, but all of them have a blimp. But Rolly has
Somehow.
he has the item,
Like
but
it's somehow, what is the word I'm looking for? Imprinted on them somehow.
I wouldn't say imprinted because that would be more like a marker. It's definitely an object on their persons.
Okay.
All right. So, do you join them, Eric?
Yeah.
All right.
There will come out.
Wonderful, wonderful. You guys head
Let us
on out.
go.
1 second. Let me drop some tokens.
Hey, brother. Again, thank you for your hospitality.
Chosen. Hope you have good time. Don't forget. Don't tip Meek.
I may have made that mistake, so you may want to go talk to
He
him
kind of like
about,
he just has like a
about the
fuck.
payment.
Like he just has like a goddamn it face. Like of
I
course.
gave him 50 silver piece, so whatever you need to do to take your guys' cut, he has 50 silver piece.
Right. He yells out in frustration and anger. Oh shoot! He yells out in frustration and in anger toward with Meek's name, Meek, and just bellows it out and stomps on, heading inside as you guys depart. As you guys leave and find yourselves arriving at, well, not really arriving anywhere, arriving to the south of the Jolly Roger, heading, hopefully, toward your friend. Well, who's leading the pack? Let's start with that. Armina and Rolly know the actual sign. Wiggles does have favorite terrain here, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys head on out into the the tree line. It's not super dense, but there's tracks everywhere. This is kind of now sinking in. I need you all to roll me perception checks, please. As you look around and you see the muddled floors and the terrain change, it's as if you all are realizing that perhaps you were seriously at some point surrounded, as nothing from the south really occurred, but the activity of the trampled and ripped up terrain does not seem as if it happened very long ago. Okay. Wiggles, call it up for me.
21.
Beautiful. Jin, I'm waiting on yours.
Oh, let me do mine real quick.
All right. Wiggles, you do see a track, trail, or track, trails, same shit, I guess. That is a trail, tracks of a trail of an individual being dragged, I guess. Drugged and dragged, who knows? They were probably slipping him something. As they were pulling out as they were taking him for questioning, they were pulling him along, and you see that it goes straight south pretty much. There's no diversion. They straight on path. They didn't really, if there was a tree, they hardly even moved. You would imagine Roll was scraped across it. Their goal was just straight at this current moment of time. As you guys continue following it with ease, as you guys are traversing, you hear different noises, and none of the noises seem of natural creatures. There's no birds. There's no rabbits, no deer. There's really nothing. It's very barren, yet you just hear echoes of chants, echoes of maybe their cries, maybe their screech. You're not quite sure. Until you finally get to a point where before you is just this clearing, this little pocket, right, of this tree line where you hit this like tip, and you can finally see the coast. As you all stand there in the middle of this, pocket of clearing, you feel this glow come over you. You feel the warmth hit you, even though you are 16 plus miles away. But you see Cape Crow south of you, right along the coast and the harbor, including the moon docks, besieged and on fire. It has been raided. You see outside of it just masses of figures, all now slowly departing away. You see a ruined, destroyed, distraught Cape Crow. They did not fare well. Anything you guys wish to say or do?
Looks like we didn't do too bad compared.
The actual fuck?
Eric, you actually know exactly what happened. This is all starting to make sense to you. Maybe this is why brother needed this so badly. You guys always fascinated about this time as you were in training and your education among the knights. You never understood what a time knight was, but you're here, and it's time. You hold to you the knowledge that you were informed, you may not share. Now, I'm sharing the information for world building understanding, but it is 100% meta if anyone but Eric is to use it. Is that clear?
I think so.
In other words, Wiggles, you can never use the information you have. You can ask about it in Discord, but you can never play on it, basically. So,
Okay, that works.
basically, Eric, at this point in time in history, when Cape Crow fell, 4 major things happened across Leva that caused a disruption in, well, time. Trade stopped across the entire continent of Anqui for months before it was finally reestablished. Now, you were told there were multiple opportunities, is the word your brother uses very often. It's always, there was an opportunity here, but it failed, or it was passed, or it was ignored. You must remember, Eric, when you go and do these things, you never walk past the opportunity unless it does not help you. You remember some lessons here and there as they're all kind of coming back to you. You're a little fuzzy and you're starting to realize that. Why do you have to remember these things? You know these things. And you're reassuring yourself in your mind as you now guarantee know where you stand in time. I will message you that name at the end of the session. But nonetheless, you have read about this. You have seen living images of this. You have even seen demonstrations from your brother when he was there of this. It's like not 1,000,000 to 1, but you probably can count to 1,000 to 1, in the sense of chances. One Eric is not enough to win it, and that's how you do the math. If I can't, no one can, because it's already happened in your sense. But that's what you see as you look upon the site. You kind of bask in the opportunity almost, like a little giddy of the moment, but you do keep it to yourself quite well, as this is something in your training that knights are understood to do. Otherwise, you all witness, yes, Wiggles was right. You did fare quite well. Do you all continue following the tracks of Neural, or take a moment to discuss the plan going forward?
Well, there's not a lot to discuss. The whole town looks like it got burned down, and we're in here to save Neural.
What's up, Rolly? Thank you, Wiggles. Armina, how does it hit you, being from Cape Crow?
this pent up rage inside. Oh my god. A newfound hatred for whoever ordered this shit to happen, basically.
Like you've seen fires, but this is this is big. I mean, you've brought down a noble or two, but you never thought it'd hit you, I guess is what one could say.
Yeah.
In Aramina's tone of understanding. For Wiggles, there's no love. You've never, this is your first time visiting it. You're like, at least I gotta fucking walk it through, you know, like I gotta see it. For Wiggles, it's just another experience. Everywhere Wiggles goes, things burn. That's what he does. He's a strider of types. And then we have Jin, who technically you don't necessarily have any ties to Cape Crow. You were just you know, kind of dormant. You don't even know how long you were there. So for you, it was just like well, that's where I came from. Yep. Yeah, you've seen crazy things. This is not the best, but it's not the worst. Otherwise, I just want to, like, I want to let you guys know as a DM, I try to slip in quite a bit of details of what's really important and cover it up with the non-important stuff that you guys like to hear. So, in an example of this, I want to make it very clear. I addressed the quantity of what you may approach. So I will allow you guys to consider your approach, unless you guys wish to say you all continue as planned.
I mean, we should definitely try and approach stealthily.
Yeah.
Considering we have quite a few people, or at least a large garrison worth of baddies.
I just want to
between
point out the
us and
guy wearing plate mail standing next to us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, halfling gnome. You know what, Rolly? You know, Rolly, there's a friend you don't have in your NPC, okay? And this friend of yours you met in the desert where your home is, you know, where your origin is. And as you grew up, this particular buddy of yours was always fair skinned. Not necessarily tanned, not necessarily very bleached, but never burned, at least in the very hot sun where you're from. What's unique about this guy is he never grew much taller than goblins. And that's why you guys liked him so much. He was like as small as you all the time, but he was as tricky, as clever. He literally acted as if, not acted, but you all felt like he was of your kin, but a little more special. No one really. Sure, his name was Bilbo. Uh, Bilbo always told you he stood out, and it wasn't because of where he was or who he was amongst you, but because of what he was. And he gave you the secret. Bilbo was a kinder. He told you one day you'd know. To this day, you still fucking don't know. But Bilbo's Bilbo, and I'll say you turned into Bilbo, so you look like a kinder. If anyone knows what a kinder is, then you are very impressive to me. But nonetheless, don't Google it. Which is basically a halfling, but with elvish-like ears. Yeah, there you go. You know, you're Bilbo with the kinder with the what's in a kinder ball. You know, instead of wonder, it's Bilbo ball. Ooh, I like that. Anyways, so you have like you have a shape of what a halfling would be. You have that kind of still goblinish grin, but you have elvish like features. So where the goblin of you is like Sonic the Hedgehog, you just kind of rotate it 90 degrees up and have like a fair mini tannish skin, a more deserty vibe, I guess you could say, compared to your green. And you're still of the same height. That doesn't change. Yeah, yeah. You and Bilbo would fucking do stunts all the time, all the time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll give you Bilbo's profile to add to your tool set. So, you guys see him turn into a halfling.
Eric takes his cue Because what the height of those are what?
Oh, those. Oh, like the. Oh, 4 feet.
Yeah. So I'm 7 foot. I'm going to take his cue and do something similar, but keep my facial hair and red hair so people know who I am. I can drop 3 feet in height to 4 feet.
Awesome.
I don't like being the biggest target.
You just see this dude out of nowhere just anamorph into a similar sized Rolly slash Bilbo. And it's very odd. This guy appears out of nowhere, drinks your guys' beer, and shrinks to your size. Huh?
I assumed you disguised yourself, and so I chose to take the same approach. Because I don't really see many of me in these areas.
Yes, on that note, just, you know what, we'll touch that base a little later. But take note that he mentions not many of his kind in this area.
Definitely
Rolly,
heard that part.
you actually don't recognize his race, being the most educated individual on Van Kui. Literally, you've never been to any other continent. Yeah, you've never seen. Yeah, you've never seen a furbolg on Van Kui. You don't even know what a furbolg is. You don't know the term. So, but with that comment, it kind of reassures your thoughts of like, well. So, you guys continue out. Give me stealth checks, please.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Comes the pain.
I'm
Yeah.
really
Oh,
hopeful.
wait. No, I cheated. I rolled
Yeah, you did.
Oh, damn.
It's at disadvantage.
What do you got, Wiggles?
27.
Very nice. 27, 25, and after that, we have our Mina tripping on her heel. She's just having a bad day today. Poor Mina. All
I
right.
had a bad time last week too. I've been rolling like trash
You know,
overall.
that's what happens when you stay rooted. Yeah.
The whole combat, I missed like every shot I took. It was rough.
We'll see if you can redeem yourself. We still got time. So, you, you basically struggle through this wilderness. You're not an outsy girl. Like you go outsy to go, sabotage and scheme. You don't go outsy to literally be outsy for 4 or 5 weeks and call it camping. That's not a term you hold on to dearly. But you're learning to say the word camp, and you can now spell it. Not that you didn't know how, but now you actually, like, in your journal, you write, I went camping again, and that's like an insultive way of saying you were stuck in the woods. So, congratulations. Yeah, basically. Now, no, literally, now you're homeless, so you have no. That's definitely going to the next entry. Today I became homeless. So it is getting into nighttime. It is up to you if you guys choose to, but it is not quite. It's probably about 6ish. You guys can probably go till 9 before you lose moonlight in a sufficient manner. For those of you who can't see in the dark, which I don't think is a big problem because I think only our Mina can't see in the dark.
No, I can.
Never mind, she can. Look at that. You guys literally can all see in the dark, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not really been. That's not really not a huge struggle in your guys' way. So with that, as you guys head yonder, some of you go quietly, some of you don't. It's a little 50-50 every so often. There's a little creak and a crack until the wind picks up. A heavy breeze we could say washes in. It almost feels like it's giving you guys a good clean, hitting every surface and point of view that leaves you, one can say, a little too, I don't know, I guess, bashed by it's like becoming more steadily, and it becomes more of an interference. There we go, where it's either caused by something or there's a storm.
We hear a storm.
Yeah. Yeah, until they realize that no one could do Dungeon and Dragons if you don't have infravision. Yeah, that's the truth. So, this heavy wind comes in with such. 1 second, let me wipe this real quick. Let me reset this map and make sure it's working. I'll bring you guys to a little. Whoops, one of you don't have vision. That's totally fine. I'll fix that in a second. So, nonetheless, heavy winds come in. How do you guys respond?
I think that's a good idea. Set up a watch of some sort, maybe.
If you find a spot, I can make a hut.
So, imagine that you guys are not moving in this moment. This is off screen, but you guys see this, like, this is the windy vibe and the forest, tree line you guys see. Imagine you guys are looking for this spot. You find an easy enough one. It's not difficult. It's just the woods. It's not so much as finding a spot as it is securing one. Bless you if that was a sneeze.
It's like slow motion.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna totally say that right now. But nonetheless, for you guys, where how do you guys go about securing your location? It's easy enough to find one, like I was saying, but you guys are in the open woods. There's no like cave or pit or anything of that nature available. It's very clear what you guys kind of got going around you.
I just kind of sit down next to a tree and kind of take in my favorite terrain.
You sit there with Sprinkles and chill. The rest of you guys, it seems like Wiggles' camp is very minimal setup.
I was planning on making a tiny hut.
Oh, well, then
Making, like, ritual
announce it.
cast.
Talk, speak. No one heard that.
I heard it.
I said if we found a spot, but
Well,
we
I said you guys
stopped. So
found
like,
anything. Yeah. Yeah. I said everything was present. It was just more of a sense of you guys kind of securing one. It's because it's just very vague and open. So you cast a tiny hut. What do you color it as, or disguise it as?
I'd just make it a tree at this point.
So you make it look leafy on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Make a
you
bush.
you make like a huge spherical bush. Let's hope that death is. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. A topiary. Actually saw some topiaries this weekend. Flamingos. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We went to the one of the botanicals out there. In LA actually, or Palos something bullshit out there. But yeah. Anyways, so yes, like a topiary. In such, you guys all get inside. The wind no longer is bashing you. It is content. It is perfect temperature. Outside, you guys still hear everything. You can see outside. No one can see inside. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss during this? Are you guys taking a long rest? Or you guys? Is that the goal here?
I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, retrospectively, you're good for 8 hours. Nothing can penetrate it. But it would be nice to know if something's hanging out outside, waiting for it to just do something. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, we got
I'll
elves. Hey,
say Eric just needs.
I'm going to
do,
sleep.
like,
You elves do it.
Eric just needs a. Eric just needs a short rest, I think, for what he used. So.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Sprinkles are set. We can hang out outside.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out. You guys got this.
Everyone, go ahead and hit long rest because Jin jumped ahead of himself. I'm just kidding. It was only 11
Taking a
seconds.
long rest, like I said, so let's take it short.
You're good. Give me a perception check after. Eric, you look around and you're taking your surroundings. You didn't know that there's a lot of downtime in history. There's not much fast points. That's why books are so long. Every page talks about every time someone sat down to sleep, and you're like, man, this is what it's like. You've done camping, but for fun. You've never actually had to be forcefully taken or a camp just so you can continue your travel the next day. You know, like this is like a unique situation for you. It's not that things are new to you, but it's more or less the situational position you're in during it. Like you've done camping, you've done these kind of things, you've been in these kind of spells. It's just you've never been in this kind of tension with, you know, like I guess you could say, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, for you, it's been real exciting. Otherwise, you don't see anything at all come and visit your guys' circumference, at least within a cool 150 to 200 meters of what you can see based off of shadows and the given light. So, you feel it's been pretty safe. A long rest comes and goes. You guys wake up.
I
And
sent you a
outside.
message really quick
Oh yeah,
before they
sorry. Go
wake
for it.
before they wake
Yep.
up.
1 second. Sorry, guys. Change that. It's slowly rolling. Rolly. I'll get to that in just a second. Eric. Rolly, you, good sir. You are the only member of the original group. You sit here and you wonder. You have literally successfully lost every single member due to kidnapping of some sort or nature since you started this trip. And you've only retrieved one who is now chasing. Literally. And you consider the group you're with now and you're just like, God be damn. Am I not like just going through these bitches? Like you don't know who you're gonna get next. It's always a wild card. As you think about Wolfric, you think about what he left with you. Where do you keep that possession? Okay. So as you think about that, you feel like a throb, um, as if not so much as like a heartbeat or a like connection, but you feel like a throb as you think about him. You yourself, kind of like, oh man, the little feels, you know, and it goes to that particular pouch pocket. You do a little tap on it in your sleep. Yeah, there you go. Oh, montage. I love it. Oh, and then at the end of the montage in slow motion, it's the Cannibal King slapping the shit out of him, hitting the wall, right? Because that was like the best visual scene I could have came up for Wolfric. Man, I felt so bad. I felt like I physically hurt him with that one. Poor Wolfric. As you're like kind of sleeping and you're mumbling in your sleep, you kind of feel the object, and then you kind of go back to your natural stature, and you get those vibes. Outside of that, you do think about where you are and now this odd pull of responsibility. Are you trying to go back to the Cannibal King, or are you trying to tread a new path towards something? What would you say your your personal roly focus would be at this point, now that you're literally just at this point catching lost fallows at this rate? Mm. Got it. You got it. So, you sleep, you slumber. And, well, we'll see when you wake up. Armina, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
A wisdom saving throw? Oh boy. Oh, there it is.
Ooh. Mina, that's her second nat 20 actually. I rolled a 1. I rolled the 1 though. I clicked on their character and rolled a nat 1. Yeah, it was the very beginning. Yeah, like I rolled a nat 1 just rolling a d20 on random, and I happened to have their character clicked, and then the next roll was a nat 20 on their behalf. So there's a little reset there. But nonetheless, Armina, the terrors and the shadows and the flames and the imaginative screams of the other women that you knew in Cape Growl doing what they had to do to make a living. You would have shuddered, you would have broke, you would have teared if you didn't understand that a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do sometimes. And you chose to leave because you felt like that would be the surviving move, and here you are, a survivor. Now, granted, you don't have everything you dreamed of, but you'd have nothing if you had stayed. At least that's how you look at it now. It hurts, it swells, but it does not break you. At least not in your rest. So you go through peacefully until the next morning comes. Jin, is there any kind of thing you focus on while you are within your lamp resting?
No, probably just getting my spells ready.
Jin is holding an abacus called Spells Prepared, and then an abacus with Spells Known, and he's swapping through them with ridiculous amount of octopus-like arms within his lamp. That is obviously a mansion of comfort. If we ever do a one-shot, we're gonna have to do the one-shot of saving Jin. Oh yeah, see that's where I was kind of getting it from. Yeah, it's nuts. It is. Yeah, it is. It is so good. But that's what Jin is basically doing in his own little vessel of a home. Afterwards, you get some well-needed rest. Wiggles, I need you to give me a perception check, please, with advantage.
Oh, 1 second. 13.
You hear like a heavy as in like the deepness and tone, but a very low like howl where it's like oh, but very very quiet in a sense that it gives more of a vibrative, like a vibration like acknowledgement than it does an audible. But you put two and two together and I could have sworn you heard something, but it goes past you as the heavy winds keep coming. Day comes. You guys awake. The sphere doesn't pop yet, as there's still, say, 15 minutes of comfort time. We'll call it a cushion. You're welcome. I'm a nice guy. What do you all do in the morning?
I thought I was already sitting outside meditating.
I know. That's why I said you still feel the wind. That's why I did you last. And you heard a howl. Everyone else is inside the bubble. But I mean, like, they're awake. Like, you were meditating, but they were still sleeping.
Yeah.
3 of them were still sleeping. Yeah, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna try and find the trail again.
Okay. As all right, 1 second. You got it. You go ahead and play some jams. Rolly sets the tone. You look around and the trail is gone. The heavy winds has easily disrupted the earth around. It's as if everything's not reset, but it's rearranged. There's parts where it looks like the trail goes one way and it instantly dies. Doesn't make any sense. But then it looks like where the trail should continue is elsewhere, probably about 40 feet away, going in another direction. It's as if somehow things have changed. So, what do you all do?
Yeah, the trail's kind of messed up. I think favored terrain would help, but I don't know enough about it. All right.
All right. You guys head out to the west. You guys probably go about just about a mile and a half. You guys may now traverse the map. As the wind does not give, you see large trees ahead of you. Actually, let me give you guys a little... Oh, never mind, just kidding. You guys see it. You guys see like this large tree canopy here before you, kind of about 40, 50, 60 feet tall, blocking what you think should prevent the wind from coming to you, but it almost feels as if it's fiercer as you continue going west. It's as if it's getting stronger, but not in a damaging sort of way, but more just in a buffering sense.
Are there cows flying in the air? Jake?
There are no cows. There are no Thomas the Tank Engines in Skyrim and other things, but I was a real huge fan of the mod. Oh my god, like honestly, in case you guys don't know, yeah, it's just a thing, But nonetheless, you guys see what looks to be a odd barricade of sorts and a ton of debris, like a structure of sorts collapsed. As Rolly and Eric lead ahead, you see some massive webs in the tree behind, but none elsewhere at the moment as the webs fly and fluctuate in this heavy winds. You hear just webs. So, Jin, anything you wish to specify?
Nope. I'm falling behind.
You are
I'm
following.
stuck.
You are stuck because you're right behind the other side of the wall. I'll drag you over. There you go. You should be good now. So, as you guys are going about, you see there's... Give me a... Everyone who has a proficiency in nature can roll me a nature check.
Yeah. So close.
I finally have a character that's not negative in int.
You can just put delete if you hover over it. Just hit the delete key for the spell, Jin, because I know it's you.
It's weird. Every time I try to move,
It's because you have it selected. You're in the... Aren't you in the spell?
No, it's not popped up at all.
No, on the left-hand side, your measurement controls. Are you in the token or are you on the second tool?
I'm on the square.
The square. Oh, weird. Try moving. Let's see. If not, then probably refresh. Yeah, okay. Refresh. Yeah, you're out of sync. All right, well, okay, we got rid of the troll, guys. No more spell templates will appear on your screen. um, let's see. None of you guys are proficient in nature?
I got a 19.
Don't we have a ranger?
Oh, that's considered. I guess I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'll give it to you. You have like a wince at it. Okay, 20. What was that, Wiggle? Sorry.
19.
19. Perfect. Good thing you guys had Wiggles. So Wiggles, as you look around, something's not right. You spent all night in this windy ass forest, and all of a sudden you see jungle floral and floral of growth that only appears in wetlands and mushrooms that only appear in caves. Something is definitely not right, and it's windy as fuck, and these things are still present. Absolutely not okay. Nature is fucked right here. Whatever that means for you, Wiggles. Eric, give me a. You know what? I'm going to make a custom stat. I have, not right now, but I have a mod that lets me do that. Go ahead and give me a survival check, right? Give me an insight check for right now. Yeesh, not bad. You, good sir, are going to get a message.
But there's not much bad rolls that could happen with the insight, I guess.
That's true. Wiggles, any response to how you feel about everything being kind of topsy-turvy?
I just think it's weird. I don't know why.
Do you share this with your allies?
Yeah, I would point that out. I'd be like, that plant shouldn't be here, and the wind is being really weird.
You also know that some of the plants, you don't like, you know that it's more by chance, but you know that some of the jungle plants, which are the larger varieties, like these big ones right here, these floral ones, you know, like these real luscious ones, could be, you know, potentially, you know, harmful in random natures. You're not really even certain. You personally just know to avoid them from your experience, but, you know, you're not sure if these are dangerous or not. It's just weird that everything is here, and that alone is just uneasy for your natural way of life, for you being what you are.
Yeah.
You definitely got it. You're just like applying a ointment of sorts to yourself in preparations of this travel. The rest of you?
Companions, just be cautious here. There's a lot that doesn't belong. This is quite strange. Right? Spiders belong in nature. It's the plants that are that are concerning to me is the plants.
You heard of this? It's called Des Ux Insects. It didn't live very long, but they did their best exterminating the world as they could. It's like it's like a whole company making them. You'll see them in the market soon. Just not in Cape Crow. That shit's gone. No, it's a single implication of a 5x5 radius of cloud kill limitations on the big market. But absolutely, you guys are warned, nonetheless. You guys kind of come across this corner and you see a destroyed stairway that was going up. Before you, this here area is about 30 to 40 feet in height. You guys see massive pillars and a structure here looking over this area. It's as if ruins were atop it.
Can I have Sprinkles crawl up there and just scout it out?
Give me a dex. Let me see what Sprinkles is good at. One second.
Yeah, ask me for a dex.
Oh yeah, I just needed to see if it's gonna be that or another one. One second. Yeah, give
I'm
me.
just being a butt because my dex is so high.
Well, technically, your strength would be higher, but for Sprinkles. So I will allow Sprinkles to do an athletics, which is a higher of a +3. So go ahead and do a d20 +3 and let me know what you get. Excuse me.
Nat 20 +3.
Beautiful. You guys see Sprinkles. Easy enough. Head on up. Can you guys see Sprinkles' vision? I didn't even think about that. Let me check. When you can or can't?
If I deselect
bug
my
out,
character,
if I bug out your map again, I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
if you're not
deselect your
selecting your
character.
character, you can
Yeah.
see him walking up there. You just left click and drag
yeah,
away from your
anywhere.
character.
Can you see, like, it basically, you guys should be able to see everyone's accumulated sight line. Okay, so Sprinkles comes up. He heads forward. As he comes around the corner, you see just these just littered ruins of vases, a structure, walls. Off to the left of Sprinkles, you see a huge cliff drop of just massive amounts of webs. To the right, going further in, there seems to be some kind of centerpiece. Sprinkles would describe to you, Wiggles. Do you wish Sprinkles to go further?
Yeah, acid Sprinkles can go a little further.
I need Acid Sprinkles to give me a Constitution saving throw, and that is a +2 to your d20.
+2 to my d20. Come on, nat 20. That's not terrible. 13 +2.
As Sprinkle steps forward with this 15, you feel a disconnection. Something has removed Sprinkles from this plane. You will have to resummon him later.
Balls.
Do you share this knowledge with your allies?
Of course. Sprinkles sacrificed himself, so we all know not to go that way.
Move your on down the hill.
Rolly dives for a rock. As Rolly, you dive for a rock, the rest of you guys all actually look ahead. I notice there's another opening, so to speak. There's one going up, and then what looks to be maybe a hole stairway going down. As Rolly, you dive forward where in your current position, you see that it does look like it's a declining stairway that's also in a distraught state. Mind you, it's very heavily winded. Not so much that it's difficult for you to walk, but so much in the sense that you constantly feel it caress your body and baffle your clothes. You look down upon this hole, and it is dark as fuck. Even with your dark vision, it just goes down and down and down. You can't. It goes beyond your vision on how far it goes down, and the stairs are just massacred. It would be like trivial in the sense of going down, but if you wanted a smooth join walk down south deep below, not gonna happen. This thing is just torn up. Oh, absolutely. You toss that rock. Eric, Jin, and Rolly, give me a perception check.
What do I see? If I could see up to 120 feet in darkness.
You look up to 120 feet, you get perception check with advantage. What do you think of that?
Take it.
You need it. Rolly, what was your perception? Did you roll? Wait, no, you didn't.
The Eric.
Beautiful. Eric, you hear, like you just hear ding, 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 ding. Rolly, you hear ding, 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 ding. Jin, you don't hear it going ding, 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 ding. You hear it go ding, 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 and then you're just focused. You're like tunnel visioning on this rock as it's just. It's like just in almost slow motion for you. Like you're just so zoned in. It's like tunneled vision on, and it's just going in every animation. You're focused on where it lands to where it's going next. You're just so honed to this. By the time you blink, it's gone. To Rolly,
want to go down that way.
to Rolly and Eric, it's easily hitting around 300 feet below and still going.
Now, if you guys want to wait hours, I can sit here and mend this thing.
I mean, it's traversable. It's just trivial.
Let's say like mend's a cantrip for me, so I can sit here and mend all day long.
What do you guys do?
Man, that's our best course of action.
Our best course of action is
Yeah.
go where Sprinkles disappeared.
Yeah, I really recommend we don't go that way. Just saying. I mean, Sprinkles
big
could
guy.
fight Neural.
The guy will walk up there and see what's going on.
All right.
Is
Do
this-
you jump the gap or do you float the gap?
Is this
It's 10
5 feet?
No,
10
it's
feet?
10. Like it's, yeah, just imagine it elongated. It was a rush.
Okay, I was just checking like if it was visually correct.
No, absolutely not. It was more of a this asset is what I need, and on the map it's wider, but the overhead is not. So I was like, well, it is what it is at this rate.
New text. What the hell?
Yeah, who did
I was
that?
wondering the same thing.
Why did you guys do that?
Envy.
So, do you hover over Jin or do you jump? That was me.
Probably wait to see if Eric goes first.
Why would Eric go first?
They just want to see, They just want to
This
see if
is
Eric
his
goes first.
mission. He's just surveying, looking down.
Well, Jin,
seeing what
technically
he
you
could-
said you were going, so that's why I'm asking: are you jumping or are you floating? You volunteered,
I'd
Jin.
choose, I'd float.
Okay. Can you float? Do you have that because you took your own long rest? I know, really, we're really
Yeah,
missing
I can.
all the
I can do it
ominous.
3 times for a long rest.
Okay, you got it. So you float over. Look, 10 feet is easy, guys. Ooh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Easy enough. You float on over. You got 10 minutes of floating. You can move your own character.
Eric just looks down beneath. to see what hazards are below.
As you look down, it just looks like it's a lot of broken pottery, stone, sharpness. It just looks like it conclaved on itself, or something fell into it. But whatever it was, all that's left is the debris of the bridge, of the
What's
stairway
this
itself.
height?
So that is probably. So if you guys look at the map, actually, just give me 1 second. I'll just open the map up like I have before to give you guys a bit more of a fair visual. Also, in between this, you're going to realize my bullshit between that 10 feet. The asset is not 10 feet. I was just like, look, it's going to be a gap, and I'm going to force them to jump it or fly over it. So, suck it. That's a disclaimer, by the way. But anyways, I'm going to open the map real quick to show you guys the whole 3D visual. Just give it a second. I had it open, but that's when everything crashed, and I had to redo all this. But otherwise, Jin, what are you doing? Because the whole map's going to show you guys everything. So, Jin, you might as well go forward and see what you see, and then I'll give you guys the 360. You move forward, and you realize the floor beneath you is, you're floating over, and as you float over, you see that the floor beneath you is like this tile, as if there was a structure here once before. You get to the edge of it, and you see that there is plenty of broken debris of vases and actual structural. It looks as if it all collapsed. You look up, and you imagine it was tall. Based off of the amount of debris here, you don't see why there would be anything built right here unless it was just big and domey from your understanding. Before you is what looks to be a destroyed pedestal, sarcophagus. You're really not sure from this distance. But otherwise, it's circular, like, setting. We could say you'll call it a ruin because of what it looks like, but you're not quite sure if it was a structure or not, or what's really going on. You see these large mushrooms and this huge flume-like purple alien-like floral here presently. Imagine like a tube plant, like a carnivorous tuber, but purple and swollen. And then you see like this jungle floral, and you see these huge pillars. If you had to describe this place, it would sound like you were just describing an entire gallery just thrown together to the rest of the crew.
Bones.
Oh yeah. You also see bones. Sorry. You see bones. Hold on. Whoops. I forgot about that detail.
First.
So. Here, let me share my screen so you guys can get a full on. What I'm going to do, here's what we're going to do to make it fair, is I'm going to share the map. You good sir, Jin, you are going to describe what you see, and everyone else has to just accept it. All right?
I see...
No, not yet. Okay, so you came up here. Do you see this? Do you see this, the 3D? Or am I tripping? On Discord, I apologize. You guys have to go to the Discord stream. Sorry. 1 second. There we go. So.
Am I supposed to be seeing this, or should I disconnect?
You have to. Yeah, you might want to refresh the stream. Yeah, it should be the same thing you were looking at already. I guess that's kind of 10 feet. What do you think, JP? Our players, all of you guys. What do you guys think? You think that's justified as a 10 feet lateral?
Oh, that's like
Good enough.
Straight up. Yeah. I can
Yeah,
see
I mean,
that.
I feel like that's a challenge, but when someone can fly, it is what it is.
I think when
So,
somebody's 7 foot, they can just climb up.
oh yeah, I mean 7 foot, but it's also like loose and stuff.
It's not a
Yeah.
far drop if you
Yeah.
miss it though. That's
No. Yeah, it wasn't
not
like
at all.
super threatening. That's why I'm trying to. That's why when you said what's the height of this, I wanted to show you guys. You guys were slowly inclining. I guess I left
'Cause
out
it,
that
like,
detail. Yeah.
Yeah, because like in 2-dimensional, it looks like you can
It's
climb
tough.
up here and then climb
Yeah.
up here, but you can't. So
Yeah.
Crazy
So
cool.
this is kind of what you guys are seeing going up, and then as Jin continues onward, he kind of gets this vibe, and then he sees this basically. 1 second. Just kind of. Sorry, I was looking at 2 screens, so that's why I'm all like. So this is what Jin sees.
It almost looks
So-
like a church to me.
Go
That's how
for
I
it,
would
Jin.
describe it.
That's all. Yeah, it looks like a church, guys.
It's like a church. I see some shrooms and some bones.
Some shrooms and bones. It's
broken
church.
pieces.
The best
Bones of
description of a
sprinkles.
church. Bones of
It
sprinkles.
could be sprinkles bones.
Yeah, I think this one's
No idea
definitely
what
like a
it's like.
sprinkle right here. This one. But yes, that is what you see. Now, what do the
See
rest of
nobody
you
else.
wish to do with that information?
If you can fly, just float over and see what's going on.
Do you do so?
Sprinkles couldn't run fast enough.
I don't know if I want to get that close. How about you come up here and see what's up?
Ooh, that's I don't know. I mean, Sprinkles already sacrificed himself to tell us not to go that way.
What about the rest of you? Hearing the descriptor.
Is there anything that maybe you could? I would yell back to Jin, tie a rope to so that we can climb up. And maybe is it easy to make this 10-foot?
Pretty sure the
Oh
big
well,
guy could
with
lift you guys
with
up.
Eric's assistance, it would probably. Well, no, correction. Eric's only 4 feet right now, so he's useless. Wiggles could probably help you.
It only lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, never mind. You did that earlier. Sorry, just kidding. You're right. Yeah, Eric and Wiggles can easily boost you guys up there. It's more of a stability concern for Eric and Wiggles.
Yeah, I'll boost everybody up.
All
That's
right.
fine.
So, you all get boosted up.
But
Eric, give me an
technically
athletics.
can't make that jump.
So give me an athletics as you attempt to climb, and let's see if there's any loose stone. You find the perfect points. You are a natural mountain climber as you just quickly just get on top with ease. Well, that's why he was using his hands to hoist himself up. You know, it was more of a upper strength. Oh yeah, I guess. Oh, assumably. So far, Eric has shown optimal for such tasks. Yeah. They're pretty goddamn good. 100% here. Literacy 100. So, you guys arrive and
I think they
enjoy
have
Jin.
normal feet, so.
They might. We'll have to look into that. Who knows? Maybe yours doesn't. Yeah, satyrs don't. Yeah. They're. Yeah.
Is the area like is this walkable or is it like all?
Oh, you can totally walk on it. It's just debris.
Okay.
It's just when Sprinkles crossed anyways, yeah, totally. Go for it.
But Sprinkles crossed what?
I don't know.
You're gonna tell us?
Go over here.
Go for it.
This side
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, sure.
Before anyone knows the results, anyone else want to cross? Super safe. Just a real great fun ride.
Yeah, Sprinkles sacrificed himself. I'm not going forward.
Armina kind of quickly runs across. As she does, you feel like this quick gust kind of almost catch you, and you're like, whoo, whoo, good thing I got ahead of that one. And you get yourself against this wall here, and it breaks the wind. But when you ran across this opening pivot, you did. Jin, as you float across, give me a dexterity saving throw. You manage to push yourself physically as you float across beyond the pressure. You notice that when you leave the base of the floor upon your feet and enter this new threshold, the wind almost gusts forward, trying to force you east toward the entrance of the area. But you also know Sprinkles didn't make it past much, so you manage to resist it as you push forward and get to the blocking, similar to Armina.
Nice.
Armina, you may describe what it is you wish. You also, Armina, on your end over here, see that the cliff drops significantly, about 40 or so feet.
I would just reply, really high up here. You might want to be careful walking around. The breeze is pretty rough. And I guess could I get to this pillar over here without like?
Yeah, the wall. I mean, sorry, the wind. I'll draw a little line. The wind is broken by the wall right here on this like.
Okay.
And then right here, as you guys were crossing, that's what you guys kind of picked up.
Okay. I get.
As long as we're not between the lines.
So to speak. Yeah.
To...
I mean, you're also like you're on the cusp of the corner here, so you're fine. But like, you know, the token line, I just didn't draw it underneath you. But yeah.
Got you.
So Armina, you move forward. I mean, it's windy as fuck still, but it's not battering you forward out of control.
I would try to investigate this altar-looking thing.
Okay.
Where I'm at, kind of like.
You look over it. It is absolutely what would have been a coffin / sarcophagus / other natural beings of some kind of sealing purpose. And it is crushed and battered and open.
Does it have any scripts or
yes.
any languages?
Do you... Let me check your character sheet. Look at that. Loxodon. Who would have thought it'd come in handy? Upon it, scriptured in Loxodon, which is a very difficult language to speak. You're going to have to decipher it the best you can. Yeah, basically. But in this, like, it's easy to read, but to recite what you read is harder than it is to just recipher it in common. That surprised me. I know what it is, but I mean, it matters for me because that's huge. But I did not think any one of you guys.
Like
so
anybody would have had Loxodon.
That is good. That is good. So with that, you look upon these scriptures in Loxodon, and you make out in the best deciphering you can. Here lies Aura, the element of wind, the whole in heart. For it to be disrupted, would to be rage a terror, rage a burden, rage on until sealed. That's kind of what you get from it. But overall, you understand that it was that's I guess how you would describe it to them. But you pick up the entire understanding of it, saying that, you know, here lies Aura, which is the name of the wind elemental god, that was sealed for rest, and upon disturbance will unleash a wrath. Time and time again, this has occurred.
Okay. And yeah, I guess I would relay that to everybody. I'd be like, hey, this is kind of an important resting place.
But
holy ground.
If it gets restored, the wind should stop by that
In theory,
speech.
yes.
Give me an insight check.
Me?
No,
Oh, sure.
Eric. If it gets restored, the wind should stop. What Aura does is uncertain. But you imagine that the heavy winds burdening you guys now is due to this disrest.
Alright, well, Eric is a man of the cloth, so he'll, I guess, attempt to come through.
Eric, as you pass through, you feel these heavy winds burden against you. Due to your tall stature and heavy weight, you push through onward. You think back on the last time you studied this. You remember Aura, the god, the wind elemental god. You remember reading a story once. Adventurers approached Aura's resting and asked them where to find something. Aura offered the information, but in turn was betrayed. Aura immediately lashed out against these adventurers, leaving them in flee and understanding to never return. The adventurers learned only one thing that day: they were not strong enough, then or ever, to defeat them. Aura, the wind god. So, that's what you take from it. That's what you know from history. As you come to approach, I assume you try to mend.
Yeah. But before I do, I explain to Aura I'm doing this out of respect for her and her awesomeness and attempt to mend her tomb.
Okay. Give me a D100. As the rest of you all see our good friend Eric approach bravely, put his hands upon the resting place, and cast mending in a continuous stature where he seems to be preaching in a sense of respect and awe toward the god themselves. And you guys all hear like a whoosh and a pull and a heavy, like full on, just vibrant lash upon you all in a non aggressive but forceful nature. As the cracks heal and the wind just subsides, it almost goes back to a calming nature. And for a brief moment, you all hear a bird chirp for the very first time in the past 48 hours. You then all come to see what looks to be a odd glow from the resting place in which the god is to reside. Does anyone else step forward, or do you all hold your places?
If anything, I think I'd step back.
You got it.
I'm gonna hold
All right, as you hold
way the hell over here.
Armina and Eric before you glows. If you guys can like tell, there's like a little ominous pulse. Yeah, you guys see this pulse come over the entire assumed resting place that was just mended, and you hear this kind of windy-like nature of a wispy voice. Who dare refer to me as that in feminine nature? You hear a masculine but sultry-like tone.
It's me, Eric the cleric. I apologize for misremembering my studies of.
It would seem you need to reread what you thought you've read. And this specimen, you feel as if there's a wind reaching out to your chin and cheek, Armina, as it caresses you and gives you a little bit of affection. You guys see no embodiment, but feel and hear. So sweet is this scent. Ah, this will travel nicely in the wind. You then both smell the scent of, assumably, Armina. Or Armina, you know it to be you. Eric, you assume it to be as that, as it travels off into the distance. Roly, Jin, the rest of you all get this unique scent. Armina, what would it smell like?
Probably like a lavendery kind of smell.
You guys all get like a peak scent of a unique mix of lavender hidden within that queue. And something else, but it smells very familiar yet strange as it's delivered. You then
All our
both
anxiety goes away because of lavender.
everyone make a wisdom save. No, just kidding. The two of you then continue to hear. Now, now that I can relax again, who is it I owe this odd moment in time? Said favor.
Oh. What is their name again?
Aura.
Aura. I am again a cleric. I
Eric. Right.
saw that your tomb had been desecrated, so I
Desecrated. Oh my. You see like dust get brushed off of the now pristine resting place. No. Dirty, perhaps, but desecrated. Unlikely.
know I saw it was damaged, so I took care of it, mended it for you,
Chipped, perhaps. Thank
out
you.
of respect.
Duly noted. And you, standing before me, adjacent to this. Huh. Interesting. And you are? Armina, you feel the attention pulls to you.
My name is Aramina. I'm just
Wait. You don't know what the fuck's going on, but there's like a pause. No, I have not heard that name before in the wind. Do tell more.
I am just a lowly traveler.
Lowly, that would make more sense. Continue.
Not of much renown as much as this studied and well-versed cleric that stands next to me.
But it was you who deciphered in which where I rest. Am I mistaken? It was your tone of voice that I heard speak my oh so sweet message left upon me.
It was.
Where did you
Suppose
learn
you
this
learn-
script?
You,
Aramina, lowly traveler.
you kind of pick up interesting things when you meet interesting people.
Interesting. Perhaps there's more to you than the world knows. I will listen for your name. I believe you have friends. Do greet them. Bring them here. I am weak and weary of my rage. I do not wish to fetch them, though I will. No one else hears this but you two, so it's up to you two to announce said introduction.
I would say, hey everyone, you should come over here.
Yes, all show respect to this goddess. God, my apologies. I again slipped with my knowledge.
Wiggles, do you willingly approach?
I would willingly approach behind the goblin, using him as a shield.
You use the goblin as a shield. The moment all of you guys step off of the platform, you can all hear this wisp and this whirl of life. And you all hear a welcome. Welcome all. I am Aura. I used to, well, I wouldn't say slay, but diminish numbers of adventurers who visit me. But today I feel at ease. I feel relaxed. I feel providing, if I can. Well, I was allowed to release my pent up energy. Thankfully, there was a chip allowing it to escape. You almost, Eric, you almost feel as if a smile is grinning in your direction, though none of you see an embodiment. You just see like a wind tornado on top of the resting place, kind of dusting up whatever debris or dust sediment that it can use to portray its physical existence, I guess. But Eric, you feel that little stab continuously being brought up. But yes, nonetheless, that rage got rid of the pasts for the meantime, though I'm sure they'll return. It was getting a bit damper here. Yes. You guys feel a slight breeze whenever he communicates, but otherwise the extreme wind has absolutely subsided. Ah, how rude of me. I am Aura, the god elemental of wind. I had once chosen here the site to discover an ancient mineral for a magnificent woman known as Pharaon. Ah, how I loved serving her. But then, actually, for Mina, Jin, Rolly, and Eric, everyone but Wiggles, give me a history check.
History.
I ain't that smart.
Jin, it tickles your tongue, but you can't place it. You name, but you can't place it. I was then stopped. You feel like an expel of like force just kind of whoosh, just like a pulse kind of go through the area. Non-harmful, but kind of unexpected, as you guys can't necessarily see anything but feel. And then I was informed of my prison. This place. It would seem it has been sealed. Yet again. Well, for you all, today, it is. As I am willing to grant a favor. Within my wind ability, but a favor nonetheless. Maybe knowledge, information. I have flown through time, forward and back, up and down, through every crevice and grain. I may... He kind of quickly goes around Eric. May even be able to tell your very moments of birth. As all of you guys then feel like a quick wrap, like a little twirl around you. Yes, each of you. Timestamps of when and where the wind blew, and the breath it gave to you. I can, if that was something so simple as what I'd wish to do. But no, I wish not to divulge what is already known. I wish to provide something changing, shattering almost. What is it you all seek that may ripple in the wind? He like laughs at the very poorly laid out pun.
Ha ha ha.
Names, names. I only hear what is in the wind. You all feel this kind of honing in, this compression, as if all of the breeze was pulled to this one point on top of the resting place. It is almost still in the air amongst you all. Breathable, but still. And then you all get this another like little pulsing expunge. Ah! Yes. Some of those names are quite familiar to more than just you, aren't they? How much would you say you know of one's past and future, small friend? How much would you say of one's past or future? So how would you respond? Indeed. Consider your request fulfilled. The rest of you. I guess I owe you all. Each something. Who else wishes to make a demand? Silence, yet
Don't
I can hear
demand
your
anything.
moans. Uh-huh.
But if you could bring my sprinkles back, that would save me a good hour.
Do you mean this? And you see sprinkles just pop exactly where they were at the time of disappearance, just bloop. And you see like a little wind pocket just bah. I suppose I can give back a collection. Unique species.
Awesome. Thank you.
Consider that settled. Three of you. You, the one that feels as if... Exactly. The easiest form of payment is return. So, he doesn't look, well, he does look, but you guys can't see. He kind of gestures toward Jin. Is that nothing below you? It is almost as if we were alike. Intriguing. What do you seek, need, desire?
Any spells or knowledge?
Knowledge.
Magical ring?
Yes. How is knowledge for your master can be found on the highest peak of the ferry, but not just where the ferry lies, but also where they were slain that same night.
I'll have to look for him.
You will. I've heard it. Consider it settled. Ah, my saviors. The two of you have had time to think. Beckon upon me. What is it you seek?
Special dagger for a certain someone.
Let us say it is in a town no longer, but available. It still wanders. And you? Referring to you, Eric?
Uh, do you all mind giving me and Ara some privacy? I want to potentially take on a deity of this realm.
Do you all respect his wishes of connecting with this deity?
Sure. I would kind of like give a bow facing the altar as I leave.
Got it. As you guys
Thanks
depart,
for the sprinkles. Leave and leave.
you all hear a welcome, welcome, welcome indeed. Everyone pop out of the chat real quick. All right, what do you got?
So, I mean, one, like I said, I would have tried to like possibly one because I don't have a god in this realm, right?
Correct.
But also, obviously, I'm looking for those pieces that are within these people somehow.
So how do you propose? What do you like? How do you propose it to them, based off of how you've heard them react to everything else?
I would request to receive the parts of this. What is? I mean, I was I given a name?
A device is kind of all it was ever
Yeah,
referred as.
of this device that seems to be in possession of all of these people in this party, and in return, I will, uh, what's the word I'm looking
Are
for?
you offering to be my avatar in favor of your desires?
Yes,
We do not often deliver without receiving, so I will accept you to be my avatar. Expel those before me when requested in your stay, and I will assure you what you seek will come your way. Do you accept this?
I do.
You feel a quick, like, 1 second, actually. Let's invite everyone back, and then they can see while you feel what occurs next. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're missing one. There we go. All right. You guys all see just this huge torrent of wind come from the skies above, where if it's heavens or whatever it is you want to believe it is above, just comes striking down this torrent of wind almost with a sheer bang emitting across the entire circumference of ERIYA. It hits Eric. It grabs him in a torrent. It pulls them up about 10 feet off the ground as you just feel an intense immensity of wind focused in this one location. And then it ends. Eric standing there with now across any of his adorned armor these markings and waves of wind-like nature. And then you hear, "It is done. Consider this settled." And Eric stands there with what it is he requested. The rest of you all now in a now normal ambiance. A breeze picks back up of natural nature. The presence of aura seems to be gone. You are all now standing upon a ruin lost in time. What do you wish to do? Discuss it in the Discord because this is where we're going to stop. All right. Not too shabby, not too shabby. 2 sessions of combat, a session of solid RP advancements, and no neural. I like where this is heading. Not too shabby.